Okay, I'm inside my 1999 540i, built in 9 of 99. It has the M62 engine in it. I just bought the car about 2 weeks ago. The car's running well overall. The 540 engine that's in this car starts very quietly and it idles very smoothly and quietly. No indication of any problem on startup or on idle. But the car does have some type of a tapping noise when I accelerate. It's very difficult to duplicate when it's in the garage. You can rev up the engine and it sounds pretty quiet, except maybe when it gets up at the very highest RPMs, you might hear some noise, but at that point the engine's making so much noise overall it's hard to discern the tapping noise. So I'm going to try to take the car for a short drive here and see if the smartphone is able to pick up anything. Now the engine starts quietly, there's no rattling, there's no indication of what I would say the chain tensioner or the timing chain guides being damaged, at least based on what I've heard on other engines and on this one, in comparison. So I'm going to try to get out of here, drive with one hand and hold the phone with the other. So there was a slight indication. I'm going to come to a stop and go from there so that I don't have to go really fast. So the more I push the gas, the RPM goes up, the frequency of the tapping noise increases as well. So it's obviously something to do with the RPM of the engine. It's not a rattle. It's some type of a tapping noise is the best I can describe it. I don't know if the phone will be able to pick it up. Hopefully it will. And then somebody that has had a similar experience or experience in general with this motor. And that's about it. So you can hopefully hear the tapping, and if anybody has any ideas as to what that might be, I would greatly appreciate it before I go through the time and expense of tearing into the engine. I have pulled the oil pan down already, and what I can say was in the bottom of the oil pan was absolutely nothing. There was no plastic pieces, there was no metal pieces, no metal shavings. Now what I don't know is if that oil pan's been down before. I bought it 2 weeks ago and has been cleaned out. So I did look up underneath through the bottom of the engine in front of the oil pump, and from what I could tell, all the plastic pieces of the chain guides, and there's a cover that goes over the actual oil pump chain. All of that is intact. I've seen examples on the internet where those things are fractured and those pieces are down in the oil pan, and at least from what I can see at the bottom part of the engine, everything does look intact. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I appreciate any help or insights that you might have. Thank you.